In this section, we will calculate the force between hemispherical sections of a charge shell. We are given a charge shell with a positive charge on it, and this shell can be divided into two parts by this line such that each part will be a hemispherical shell. So we will consider one part at a time. This is a center C, and let us say that this is our area element ds. Now if the direction is considered of ds, then in the direction of radius or the radial direction, it will be given like this. So this will be the direction of ds. Now when the force is applied on ds, when the because of the repulsion of outward force is applied on ds and electric pressure is applied on ds, this force will also be in this direction only, in outward direction. So it will force and surface area, the direction of surface area will be in the same direction. This force df can be given as electric pressure into ds, which is in outward direction, as we have studied in previous videos. Now if we divide the df into two parts, if suppose let us say this is theta, then if it is divided into rectangular components, horizontal and vertical components, then this will be theta, and this component will be df sine theta, and it will be df cos theta. Now if another corresponding ds is taken on this part of the hemisphere, it will also have two components of df sine theta in this direction and df cos theta in downward direction. So if all the corresponding areas ds are taken on a hemisphere, then we can see that all the df cos theta components will cancel each other, and all the df sine theta components will add. So the net force will be given by, we can write in the integration form, the net force will be given by the integration of all df sine theta on the hemispherical surface. Putting the values from previous videos, df equals to sigma square upon 2 epsilon naught into ds sine theta. Since sigma square upon 2 epsilon naught is a constant, it can be taken out of the integration sign, and we will have ds sine theta to integrate. Now if we divide area ds, if we divide this area into components in form of a triangle, then if this is theta, then this angle will be theta, and this area, this side of the ds will be ds sine theta. You can do it by trigonometry. This side of ds will be equal to ds sine theta. Now if we project this ds sine theta onto the base of hemisphere, then this area will be projected on this side. So this area will be equal to ds sine theta. Now if all the areas are projected like this, then we will get that the combined area of all the ds will be equal to the area of the base, which is a circular. So ds sine theta will be equal to actually pi r square. So we can directly put this result here, and we can write that sigma upon force equals to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught into pi r square, where r is the radius of the base. Now this is the force applied by the right side of the hemisphere on the left side, and by Newton's third law we can say that the left side of the hemisphere will also apply the same force on the right side of the hemisphere. So this is a very important result as far as numericals in the JEE are considered.